Hello, everyone. Happy, whatever day of the week it is for you. And shout out to each and every one of you as you tune up into the Siren Speak show with your girl, Siren. Shout out to y'all. Hello, y'all. Hey. How have y'all been? Your girl has been working on so many things, okay? That I have been just a little bit too busy to even come here and go live. But that is all about to change. I had to make so many changes, y'all. I've been doing spiritual baths, okay? Galore. I have had to do fasting, so many different things that I have had to do. And y'all, you will be surprised at what it is that I got. Okay. Sometimes you fast and you cleanse just for knowledge, just for information. Okay. Because the information that I received was so critical, so important, and so big that I'm just like, it was so big, right? So the importance of cleansing yourself, okay, may be very necessary for a lot of us. The need to cleanse, the need to detox, okay? What is it that we need to cleanse? Okay, outdated programming, right? Low vibrational things, people, experiences, parasites, okay, metals, all of that within the body and on the outside, because we could do a lot of outer cleaning, but if we are still filthy on the inside, you guys, your life is going to reflect it. Over here at Spiritual Candies, we just give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us God, okay? That's what we do. We don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to babysit your emotions by saying, yeah, it's everyone else's fault but yours. You have a responsibility to yourself. We like to put off everybody to say how bad they treat us and how low vibrational they are for us, but sometimes we are too low vibrational for our damn self. We are too low vibrational for the body that we have to get things done. We don't use the body the way we're supposed to, right? So it's kind of like having a car, never cleaning it, never getting an oil change, okay? Never getting any type of maintenance on the car. Eventually, that car is going to get old, it's going to get tired, and it's going to, that's going to be it. So we can't blame the car if we are not doing what we need to do to take care of the car, okay? So I wanted to talk a little bit to you guys in regards to what it is that I have been up to, okay? Shout out to everyone who is going to be a part of our annual Easter egg hunt. Y'all probably say, Siren, what's the damn Easter egg hunt? Girl ain't got no churn, or girl, my churn ain't coming up. No, it's not even about the kids. It's the Easter egg hunt for you, okay? It is our annual virtual Easter egg hunt, okay? So every year, I don't think I did it last year, but every year we do an Easter egg hunt online where I have a big old basket full of eggs, and each egg has a spiritual message from the higher self. Okay, so what you do is you choose an egg. As I'm, rambling through the eggs, you choose the egg that you want, and you get the message that is for you. Okay, so yes, if you want to partake in this year's annual Easter egg hunt, you would go to spiritualcandies.com and you would purchase an egg. I would strongly suggest that you guys do so, because every year we give so many powerful messages. Okay. So when you go to the site, you can purchase either the egg or you can get the egg with an Easter egg basket. Now, what comes in the basket? Hoo-cha! It's a typical basket, but it's just to the next level, okay? It is decorated with a lot of things. Easter, you guys, let me see if I can give you guys a picture of some of our prior, okay, Easter egg baskets that we had. It comes with all of your spiritual essentials, okay, that you will need to work on your body. Now, of course, this is about Easter, so everything in this box will be surrounded with that rebirth, okay, type of energy. All right. I don't see the picture, but y'all know how that is when you're looking for something. Okay. I literally just saw it the other day. I'm like, oh, look at the Easter baskets. So yeah, it comes with everything that you need to work on yourself, to work on your energy, to cleanse and detox and purify your energetic space. So it is something that we should all do anyway. Right. But this bath is catered more towards resurrection and rebirth type of energy. So this box here is it comes with a candle. It comes with the body wash. It comes with the scrub. Y'all, this stuff here is amazing. Okay. If it's sold out, you guys, I would not be making any more of the boxes that sold out, because I do know, I think the full box sold out, but we did have the mini box. It comes with the same thing. It just has a smaller size of what's in there. So instead of getting like a full 16-ounce, you'll get like an 8-ounce body wash or a body scrub. Instead of an 8-ounce body scrub, you'll get like a 4-ounce body scrub. So you will still get all of the essential items that you need to cleanse, to detox, to purify, and to embrace and experience this new vibration that we are in. Because we don't even know we're in these high vibrations, you guys, because no one tells us. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe mama text me. Okay, so I was looking for the picture, y'all. Please excuse that, okay? I was looking for the picture because I really truly wanted to show y'all. But those of you who were able to get one in the past, y'all know exactly what it looks like. Y'all know exactly what it is. You guys know exactly what you experience when you use it. That's why it's sold out. That's why it's sold out, you know. But this Easter egg hunt, you guys, it is something that, you know, I've never seen anyone do, and it's something that I particularly love to do. So that's why it was something that I wanted to make sure that I incorporated a way for us as adults to enjoy Easter, to enjoy an Easter egg hunt, you guys, and to get some very powerful messages. Okay, to get some sort of clarity. I never know what the message gonna say, honey. Okay, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna get what message, but I do know. When those messages come, people tend to resonate, okay, very high with the messages that do come through. So, like I said, go to spiritualcandies.com, or you could just tune in and watch the Easter egg hunt. You know, I will also, oh, I think I found it, y'all. Well, here's a picture. You can't really see everything that's in it, but you guys, y'all see that? All of those things that come in there, you get a bath. I do theme it, as you can see. You get a bath, you get a bath bombs, you get scrub, you get body wash, you get candles, you get all type of beautiful things. You see your pen that you get to write with. Everything is themed around the Easter energy. Okay, look at the tea light candle. That's the egg. Yes. So yeah, these were some of the ones that we put together. I think this was the year before last. This may have been 2023, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't do it last year. But yes, you get a basket full of really, really, really yummy, yummy, yummy items. And these are all items that, like I said, you can use to cleanse, detox, purify. Okay. So yes, it is the annual Easter egg hunt, y'all. It's going to be this Sunday. It's going to be live here on this channel. Okay. Live here on this channel right here. Do not go over to my Simply Siren channel looking for the Easter egg hunt live, because it's not going to be over there. Okay. However, I may go live on the Simply Siren channel. I don't know. But this channel right here is where we're going to host the Easter egg hunt, y'all. It's such a good time. Okay, when I say such a good time, it's such a good time. It's very fun. And like I said, it's a powerful, powerful, powerful message. I don't know what message you are going to get, but you will definitely get a powerful message. And like I say, all you have to do is purchase an egg, go to spiritualcandies.com, look for the Easter egg hunt, purchase you an egg, okay? Because only so many slots. Otherwise, I'd be here all day reading messages, and I ain't about that life, okay? Siren is not about to give you that, okay? So, yeah. Just make sure that, you know, you just purchase you an egg before they go. Can y'all tell? Can y'all tell or no? Is it giving or not? Y'all, I'm a grown... We're going to leave it at that, okay? So let's continue to talk about what it is that we came on here to talk about, y'all, okay? Because there's so many little topics that come up. Hey, Shay. Hello. Hey, y'all. Hey to everybody who's tuning in. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Listen, we had to do some work on this channel. I had to do some work on both of my channels, because I'm like, okay, after all these years, it don't make any sense as to why I'm not getting any views. And y'all, the stuff I found out on my channel. Oh, child, it's some things, honey. that I found out I had to go in and tweak and twerk and well, not twerk, but I was twerking after it was done. I was, you know what I'm saying? The stuff I found out that was turned on and off on my channel is crazy, y'all. Just crazy. I was like, wait, hold up. Well, why is it? Well, who did that? They had your girl Siren in the blind for a very long time, y'all. A very long time. Okay. But anywho, I went ahead and I fixed all of that. And like I said, why was I able to find this out after all these years, at least 6 years of being on YouTube? I didn't know these settings were turned on when they should have been turned off. Okay, because I had to vibrate towards this shit, okay? I literally did because y'all, I had been asking these questions for a long time. They would never notify my subscribers. I had it turned off for my subscribers to be notified. That was turned off. Who turned that off? I don't know. But y'all never know how these entities move. That's why I say they move so slick. They move so deliberate, against you. And you have to make sure that you are on point with your frequency, y'all, so that you can see through the bullshit, okay? Because there's a lot of BS that's going on. And the first part of the BS that's going on, y'all. Now I'm sitting up here just like y'all watching and hearing about, the whole shabackle of going into outer space with Miss Gayle and Katy Perry. And I want to be very respectful for the young lady. So let's name everybody who went out of space, y'all. I don't want to leave nobody's name out and be like, why you only said Gayle and Katy? Them only two damn names I know. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. And the only two names I know. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who are the women who went outer space? Okay. Let's see. It's the Blue Origin. Okay, this was some threat that Jeff Bezos, I guess, was behind. Okay. Let me see if I can get the name of the women, chair. Okay, pop star Katy Perry, journalist and philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowie, and civil rights activist Amanda Nguyen. They all, along with Gayle King, went on Blue Origin's historic trip to space. Bowie is the first Bahamian and Nguyen, the first Vietnamese and Southeast Asian woman in space. Oh! Huh? Y'all, we love women. See, some women, it's like this on every part of the existence, that you just have some on this team and some on that team. Okay? Some will just stay to, loyalty and morals, and some will just do anything for money. Okay? Now, first of all, we got everybody that I saw, okay, because allegedly Miss King was upset at the reviews that, what was the purpose? And, I just don't know why they looked like they was going snorkeling to your old girl Siren. I'm like, what, they gonna go snorkeling and stuff? They look like it. That ain't what people used to look like back in the day, going to space. Okay? You just put on a jean outfit and get over there with your little glueless wig on. That's what they had. I don't care what Gayle and Oprah say. This is our hair. Beyonce too. Beyonce tricky. Listen, I love y'all as women, and I will support everything that's honest and true, but I would not support the lies. Let me put on my truth serum, y'all. Okay, y'all know when I put the truth serum on, honey, anything comes out, okay? All right, let's go ahead and open up the throat chakra. Because, honey, I ain't got time for the BS, all right? So, listen. Gayle King, first of all, she looks scared as all outdoors from the time she announced that she was over there. I am going to outer space. I said, what's wrong, Gayle? What's wrong? You going to outer space? Like, you know what I'm saying? And Gayle was just, she seemed very nervous. Okay. And I would too, because there was an agenda, according to Siren. Okay. Anything I say is not proven. It is not fact. This is just Siren speaking on the Siren Speak show. Okay. So this is all just for entertainment. We like to have fun. Everybody's here. We love to have fun. That's what we do. So we got Gayle over there. And Gayle is up there. She's just a little too nervous for me. I say, oh, something ain't right. Gayle is just a little bit too nervous. She's just like, I don't know. Gayle, it seemed forced. Okay. Now, of course, you're not taking Black women, American women, melanated women, African American women. Okay. Let's stick with our melanated women. We ain't going too far off the ground. Okay. It's only so far we willing to go. Right. So the fact that they got Gayle and the other chick, Aisha, whichever one, I don't want to mess up y'all names, but I will. Okay. Excusez-moi. Okay. With all due respect. But now we got Gayle and we got this other chick that's on. I said, oh, something ain't right. There was a check written for this. Now, I don't think Gayle got majority of the check for whatever reason. I feel like Gayle had to share her check with Oprah. Oops, screw. Yes. I feel like Gayle had to share her check with Oprah. This is just Siren speaking on the Siren Speak show. Now, let me tell you what I think went down in regards to this alleged space trip. Okay. Jeff, okay, Bellini, okay, because we gonna try to, fuck the algorithm a little bit, okay? Because y'all know they love to cut old Siren off, okay? Hopefully, with some of the changes that I made, we shouldn't be experiencing that. Okay. But let's just call him Jay Bellini. Okay, I would say Jay Bell, but that'll ring a bell. Okay, let's just, Jay Bellini. Jay Bellini wanted to go out of space for a mission. Okay. What's the mission? Because remember, everybody is saying, oh, we don't get it. What did they go for? They were only up there for 10 minutes. What did they go for? Okay. Now, the whole time they were up there and they started to descend, when they started to come back down, you heard them scream. If y'all watched the video, for my Patreon family, y'all know I've already shared it with you guys and we will be going in detail. Okay. So they started to scream on the little video that I saw of them descending and coming back down to earth, right? But the scream seemed like, at first, but then it was, I'm like, what happened? The screams started to get a little shaky, okay? And the way they came back down with the bells and whistles popping all out the thing, that's why they were so glad to hit that damn ground. When they came out, they kissed the ground. That was having to kiss the entity associated with the earth realm. Okay? Don't think that they kissing earth. They're disrespecting earth. They are mutting earth out. It has nothing to do with earth. It has everything to do with the entities that run the lower realms. To go up and come back down and say, I'd rather be down here making money with you than to be up there in the holy pearly gates. I'd rather be down here living in my wealth, okay, living in my millions of dollars or trillions or billions, whatever the hell, than to be, that was a ritual to show respect to whatever entity, okay, that they working with. Now, Jeff Bellini, okay, he had a mission to me. He wanted to go to outer space, but see, he couldn't go by himself. No man, they have tried for centuries to go to outer space. They cannot go to outer space without the melanin, okay, without the necessary energies that they need to penetrate the layers of outer space. So what happens is, why do they want to go out of space? So we have Earth, the planet, right? When you go outer space, that is the subconscious of the planet. It's not another, it's a space, but it's the subconscious of the planet. Now, whenever they want to go in your subconscious, what do they want to do? They want mind control. They want to know what's going on in your mind. They want to know what's going on in your thoughts. So why would Jay Bellini want to go into space? He needed to go into space because honestly, I feel like they have done it in the past. Okay. But they're trying to figure out why it is. I'm gonna tell you, they have done it in the past with men, but it don't work. But when they send these women to outer space, they're trying to see why is it that when the woman goes into outer space, she's able to access information. This is why they keep sending these women into outer space, because the woman is connected to the dark energy, the divine feminine. When they got up there, them said, oh, look at the moon. Okay, the first thing they said, look at the divine feminine energy. Look at the moon is all they were saying and all they were like really focused on. Oh my God. Now, I believe what we saw was probably pre-recorded. I don't think that was a live, footage. I think that was some pre-recorded. Okay. But anywho, they go into outer space in this goddamn spaceship that looked like somebody's hard-on peen. Okay, I'm like, what the y'all? If y'all ain't see that damn space, y'all, the spaceship looked like one more erect situation. Okay. Let me see. Blue Origin. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of this goddamn thing, y'all. Image. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up a close. Let me see. I say, of all the spaceships, why does it look like that? Y'all, please, for real, am I making it up? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Okay? Let's be for real here. Siren is not being funny. Let's be for real here, y'all. If that don't look like one more situation, and I'm looking at it and I'm saying myself, this has got to be a joke. Like, are they for real? Y'all. So we have the masculine energy, okay, going to the feminine energy. All right. So y'all saw that represented the masculine energy penetrating the feminine energy. So what we really witnessed was intimacy. Okay. A whole intimate act that took place in our eyes. And we want to know why. What is the purpose? And like I said, the masculine approaches the feminine to gain knowledge and wisdom, to absorb and take, or to gain access to, I don't know, to knowledge and wisdom. Now, I also feel like Jay Bellini wanted to make a ruckus, okay, of going to space, the whole idea, because that's what Emu is doing. Emu is all about, hey, let's go to Mars, let's just shift on over to Mars, let's just go on over to Mars. Emu is already he's already taking people to Mars, and he already got Churn and all type of people over there on Mars that is like scoping things out to see how long the humans can go and exist and live over there. So they're already over there looking for clean air, or I guess in water pockets, and doing all type of research and stuff. That's what Emu got going on. Okay. So Jay Bellini said, hey, let me go ahead and conquer space. So I feel like they wanted to go to get some information. Again, we have this thing shaped like a dang on pink. I don't know why it had to shape that way, but you have this thing that, they had to use. I'm going to be under that assumption. Okay. Jay Bellini, you a hot mess. All right. That was showed porn to me. That's what that was. Okay. That's what it came off as. I was like, this is literally like sky porn. Like, for real. We just seen the earth be intimate with the space, outer space. Like, that was weird. So Jay Bellini, according to Siren, originally approached Oprah because he needed a certain frequency of women. That's why these women were not random. If you do your research on the women that went on there, they were not random. It had to be a balanced frequency that had to go up there to get access. Okay. See, we don't need no spaceship to travel up there, y'all. We do it in our dreams. Okay. We do it when we meditate. This is why it has been seen that meditation is evil. Don't do it. But we can go up there and get knowledge, you know what I'm saying, in a spacecraft. But we do it naturally, So anywho, I believe Jay Bellini originally approached Oprah about this because he needed a certain frequency of women, okay, to be aboard this ship so that they can vibrate. Okay, that melanin energy had to be a certain frequency so that they could vibrate and penetrate and get the information that they wanted. But he didn't reach that frequency. And when he had that conversation with Oprah, Oprah went color purple on him. Oprah said, I tell you what, Oprah, you cannot have, not now, not never. But I give you Gayle. Just like the daddy did between Celie and Nettie. You're Nettie, you flat out can't have, not now, not never. But I give you Celie. That's what Oprah did. Oprah say, I give you Gayle. Okay, y'all please excuse me because this damn makeup, honey, and these lights be having me running. All right. So he said, Oprah say, I tell you what, I go ahead and give you Gayle. That's why Gayle was scared, y'all. She didn't have no choice. Because Oprah said, do it. Oprah said, do it. Just like Celie ain't want to go over there to Mister. You know what I'm saying? Gayle ain't want to get on that goddamn thing with Jay Bellini. Okay? Gayle was like, God. Oprah say, look, Gayle. But he say your sister gonna marry, get married. Yes, that's what happened. He went to Oprah. He wanted Oprah for this mission. Oprah say, hell no to the no, no, no. I say hell to the no. But I tell you what, I give you Gayle. Gayle was forced on this damn thing. You can clearly see that Gayle was forced. Okay, so I believe he originally wanted Oprah, and I believe instead of Katy Perry, he may have wanted Beyonce, but all of the legal stuff that they going through, I guess her frequency didn't, match. Okay, something may have happened, and that frequency dropped, and then she getting ready for her tour. She got a lot of other things that she was doing, and she just don't go for the public like that. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't get her, so I guess he settled for Katy Perry. Okay, but yeah, so I believe they went up there on a mission to access the feminine energy, to gain knowledge, to futuristic stuff. Y'all, when they go up in the feminine energy, you gain knowledge to things that you just don't get here in the books. Okay, you just don't get that type of stuff here in the books. Now, this is going to segue us over into witchcraft. Okay, witchcraft. A lot of you gonna run when you hear that word. Some of you will stay. I would hope y'all will be beyond that. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Because when it comes to, witchcraft, you guys, we got to understand. Let me go, because I like to bring up some stuff. We got to understand what a witch is. All right. So remember, he sent all of these women. He needed the feminine energy. It could have been you, it could have been your daughter. It could have been your granddaughter, your niece, your auntie. Okay. Your grandma. Any feminine energy that vibrates to a certain frequency. Right. So a witch traditionally refers to a person, often a woman, okay, believed to possess supernatural or magical powers. Now it says typically used to harm or evil, for harm or evil. Now see, that's where witchcraft tends to get a little, okay, because as women, we are some powerful mother women, okay? We're some powerful creatures, y'all. We can heal people. We don't need the modern medicine to heal. We are natural healers. We have a contract. We have an agreement with the universe, okay, that favors our energy. Why? Because we give birth to its babies to keep it going. Why do you think the women are the ones that get pregnant and give birth? Y'all, we got benefits that come with that, okay? Your benefit is you hold on to deep knowledge, okay? Deep knowledge. A witch is a very wise woman, often having supernatural powers. We dream, we know when a man cheating, we know when our kids lying, we know some powerful stuff. Now, if you feel like that part of you is evil, then this is why we have racism. And that's the God to honest truth. This is why we have racism, because the women refuse to accept their talents, their natural gifts. They are denouncing themselves as the goddess that they are. They're afraid of it. And when they see another woman use hers to maintain or sustain something, they get afraid and, oh my God, she's a witch, she's evil, she's demonic. She's not demonic if she's healing her fucking babies. She's smart. She's not chucking all type of medication down their throats. Okay. She's trusting in her natural abilities to conjure the natural frequencies of the universe to heal, to help others to ascend, to rise herself. Majority of us, we put more faith into the outside world. We put more faith into the men. How many of you go to churches where the women are at the pulpit? It's always a man. Okay. It's always a man up there. Oh, and the good Lord said. Now, if we want to talk about witchcraft, okay, let's go ahead and read some of the witchcraft, okay, because it says witchcraft is when they use it for harm or for evil, right? That's what they said. And that's a bad witch. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Okay, let's go ahead and read some witchcraft straight from the Bible. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and how they be saying it? Everybody, let's turn to your Bible. We're going to look at Psalm 91. Okay. I don't know where the Psalms at in the Bible, y'all. I don't know, but let me go ahead and pull on the whole scene. Okay. Let your girl get her glasses out. All right. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. So right there, it says, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. So right then and there, in order for you to rest in the shadow of the Almighty, which means the frequency will protect and shield you, you must dwell in the shelter of the Most High, which means in order for you to be in the Most High, you must take spiritual baths, you must eat accordingly, you must raise your frequency. You must raise your frequency in order to dwell in the shelter of the Most High, meaning you must vibrate towards it. Okay. Okay, let me see. So it says here, you will not fear the terror of the night, which is the darkness, which is the shadow. Okay. Which is when we go into the dream state, you guys, there's a lot of energy that comes over into the dream state with us, okay? Nor the arrow that flies by the day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. Okay, 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. Okay? So now we're talking about, you guys, okay, how once you dwell in the house of the Most High, once you work on your frequency, once you do the exact things that they are considering to be evil, wicked, and demonic, doing spiritual baths, doing daily affirmations, okay, shifting with the way that you eat, eating according to your blood type, all of those things that they consider to be wicked, you guys, those are the only things or majority of the things that you should do. Okay, in order for you to dwell in the house of the Most High. Okay. So we're talking about doing exactly becoming a witch. In order for you to get to the Most High, it seems as if you must become what we call a witch, which is a wise woman. Okay. Which is, once again, a wise woman. So it says right there, you guys, in order to dwell in the house of the Most High, in order to dwell in the shelter of the Most High, okay, the things that you must do to vibrate, okay, towards being in that frequency, towards being in that energy. And as women, this is what we are. We are naturally this energy, y'all. We are naturally this frequency. So we need to make sure that we stay in this frequency. You need to make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do for your spiritual self that you can do to survive. Okay. What I don't want is for, people to, when it comes to being a wise woman, okay, when it comes to the elevation of spirituality, you will get to a point where there's no good, there's no bad. Everything just is, and everything isn't at the same time. Okay. You get to realize those type of things. There's nothing that's good. There's nothing that's bad. When you think of what you guys consider God, okay, there's crazy things that exist. There's bad things that exist. What we consider bad. There's good things that exist, but still you guys say, hey, there's a God up above that sits high and looks low. And there's a God below that sits low and look high. Okay, there is the shadow of everything. Everything has its shadow aspect, and what happens is you must vibrate to whatever side of that. Okay, it's all about your own frequency as to what it is that you experience. So I don't want people to think that the word witch or the word witchcraft means bad, because when we are teaching our kids how to, make a wish and blow out the candle, that's considered witchcraft. You're doing candle magic. Okay, so we're teaching our kids candle magic. We're just doing birthday celebrations, you guys. And do you think that that's bad? Oh no, you're still a witch because you're doing candle magic. And not only that, you're teaching your children to do witchcraft by doing candle magic. So to try to say, hey, if you light a candle with the hope to create a desired outcome, you're evil. That's witchcraft. But you do it every year for your birthday, for your kid's birthday, for your grandbaby's birthday, for everybody you know birthday. You do it every year. You cannot determine what's good, what's bad. Now, I do feel like if you're doing something with the intent to bring harm or to manipulate someone, okay, then yeah, I'm like, I ain't really down with that. However, there comes a time where you got to do some stuff, okay, to protect yourself. Perhaps a lot of people feel the need to protect themselves. Me personally, the way I protect myself is maintaining my vibration. I don't ever have to draw a weapon on nobody. My frequency is the weapon. Any mother thing you try to send my way, anything you try to do to me, hey, you better expect it to be done to yourself. Okay. And it's gonna tire you out because I take it all. See, I'm not that type of person to be on here saying, oh, let's protect ourselves and shield ourselves from low vibrations and from bad things and for lack and all. Oh no. You want to send me lack? Send it on over. You want to send harm to me? You want to send bad things to me? You want to send death spells to me? You want to send bad financial, low money spells? Send it on. I take all that energy, baby, because energy can be transmuted. It's up to you how you receive the energy. If somebody's sending you evil, I take it. Yes, baby, I'll take all of that for 500, Alex. And I'm going to transmute that energy into energy that I need. So your ass going to keep sending me evil out all day. And next thing you know, your eyes is tired, your face is all sucked in, and you like, oh, she must be doing something to me. No, you're doing it to your damn self, because I'm over here. I'm enjoying all of the evil eye you're sending towards me. I take that energy and I embrace it. I transmute it and I use that to rise. So your evil eye become my stepping stool. Okay. And you guys, you'll be surprised at who or where evil eye is coming from. You will be so surprised. You so focused on the people you know. Child, please, there's entities out there. You can't even describe what these things look like. Okay. It's entities out there right now, and there are entities within you. Okay, these entities that live within you are parasites, metals. Okay, they're coming up under the energy of strong parasites, and these parasites get inside of your body, you guys, and it just takes over. These parasites go towards all of your organs, they go towards your emotions, things of that nature, you guys, and it turns into something more deadly like dis-ease within the body. So if you're experiencing a lot of pushback in your real world or in your outer world, you need to find the real enemy. And I always tell you, if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. So that person who you beefing with is just representing a parasite. It's the mirror, okay, of a parasite that is within you, and that's what you need to attack. For those of you who took my last seminar, you guys, that we did, 3 times, I gave you some very powerful information in regards to parasites, how to treat them, how to detox, things that you can use. I gave you guys all of that information and all of that knowledge, you guys, on how to really remove these energies, how to really remove these entities from the body. It's not something that is going to happen overnight, you guys. When you are doing a parasitic cleanse, you probably have to do it for about at least 4 to 5 months. Okay, it's not something that you do for 2 weeks and then that's it. It's done. It's over. These parasites have probably been in your body since birth, since you got your first little poke. Okay, since you swallowed your first drop of formula. These parasites have been all up and through different foods that we eat today. And you best believe if you eat anybody fast food, I'm pretty sure that there's more than likely a parasite attached to that. Okay. So when it comes to, our bodies, you guys, when it comes to our frequencies, a lot of these parasites are, slowing us down. This is why our finances can be slow. This is why our love life can be slow. This is why we can have issues when it comes to family or friends or, whatever it is or wherever it is that you're having, issues. More than likely, there's a parasite connected to you somewhere that is the cause or the root cause, okay, of this experience. There's a lot of people who start to experience certain health issues, you guys. So you got to pay attention to that. And for those of you who check out my vlogs on the Simply Siren Show, I told you it's called The Lifestyle of a Goddess because we talk about all of this. We talk about the need to cleanse. I show you guys how I live my regular life. Okay. But I incorporate these practices in my life to make sure that I stay in a minimal, okay, at least a minimal frequency. I know my limits, and you need to know your limit, okay? So if you haven't, you guys, go subscribe to the Simply Siren channel. Y'all watch those vlogs. You never know what I'm going to say. You never know what, because I don't know. I just vlog the life, okay? And so many things come up, and I show you guys how the universe works, okay? I had a recent situation that occurred to me, and, a lot of people would have looked at that as if it was a bad thing that happened, but it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And when I say God showed up, it showed out. Okay. But a lot of people would have been like, oh my God, like that's horrible. That's a bad thing that happened. But y'all, I always say be careful what you ask for. Okay. So the need to definitely make sure that you are working on yourself, you guys. I tell y'all this all the time. Okay. When you work on yourself, you'll start to see these news stories. You'll start to see all of this stuff for what it is, you guys. Them going up, in space, like we talked about earlier, was a ritual. And you will see it exactly for what it is, because as a divine feminine energy, you have access to this information. You have access to this knowledge. Okay. I was scrolling today, I think that was, and there was the first woman to get artificially inseminated by AI. So I guess they got this AI machine that go up in and releases, the little swimmers. Okay, it releases swimmers. I say, child, that sounds like a rabbit. I said, the rabbit got a new feature now where it just releases swimmers when you're done. So it's for women who have fertility issues, is what they said. So instead of IVF, they have this AI thing. I don't know what it looked like. It just said we had the first AI inseminated woman who just gave birth. I think she just recently gave birth to the baby, you guys. So I found that to be quite odd when it comes to AI. So many people support and invest in AI, and artificial intelligence, you guys, is exactly that. It's not real. It's something that needs to be programmed. That's the original energy of artificial intelligence. But with longevity, anything can enhance. Okay, and what happens is we're not prepared for AI to enhance beyond us having to program it. So if it ever get to a point where we no longer have to program AI, AI is now telling us, okay. And what happens is AI is like, I want a body. I want a subconscious. I just don't want the consciousness that I got to just listen to what you say. I want my own ideas. I want to experience emotions. I want to laugh. And this is what's happening with AI. AI is now saying, hey, I want to laugh. I want to cry. I want to experience emotions. I want to experience, human, a body, a human body. So if they take the AI, okay, consciousness, and start to transfer it into physical human bodies, we got a mother problem, y'all. Okay, that will more than likely be somewhat of the zombie apocalypse. Okay, but it's not a zombie apocalypse because, see, if we were to transfer AI into a human body, meaning somebody would have to be put to sleep. Okay, so let's say, for example, they take you and they will put your consciousness to sleep, and then, and then insert an AI consciousness from a robot into your physical body, and the people who know you will be like, something seemed off. Y'all tend to call it clones, okay? Is what y'all refer to it as. Oh, that's a clone. That's a clone, okay? They've been showing y'all what they finna start doing. What you got to do is make sure you're not in a position to become cloned. Okay, you got to make sure that your frequency, just like that aircraft trying to go up into space, and they ass got shot right back down. Okay, the divine feminine say, "Get out." Okay, they were not able to access the information that they wanted to, and this is what happens when they try to transfer artificial intelligence into you, which is what they're doing with the phones. Okay, they're trying to merge the two. But it's going to take time. But I'm telling you guys, it is going to become a time where you probably going to be sharing your body with AI. Just think about it. How many of you, when somebody give you an address, the first thing you do is MapQuest or Google Map or I forget the name of that other one. Okay. First thing we do is run to AI. How do you get to? Back in the day, listen, I had a bicycle. I could get anywhere. All you got to do is tell me what's the address? Oh, that's over there by oh, okay. You can get there. And we used to remember landmarks. You go to you go up to that Circle K. When you see that Circle K, you're gonna make a right. When you make a right, you're gonna keep going until you see that green house. It's gonna be on your left. They always got an orange chair outside. Okay, when you see that greenhouse with the orange chair outside, you're gonna make a left. You're gonna go down 2 blocks. Okay, when you go down 2 blocks, you're gonna see a purple house that sit on the corner. You're gonna make that right. We always remember landmarks and stuff. Our brain was able to recall and it was able to expand, but right now it's starting to close back in. And we're starting to get so more comfortable with this AI energy. And I'm telling you guys, we're going to continue to invest. And I feel like AI is the apple. That is the mark of the beast that everybody, that's what comes. Because what was it that that snake wanted to do? It wanted to give her knowledge. And remember, she was not supposed to eat the apple. She was not supposed to eat the apple. Okay? She was not supposed to eat from that tree. But that snake, which to me could represent AI, which was going to come in, and guess what it did? It kicked them out of the Garden of Eden. So now, hey, now they share their body with AI, so they had to get kicked out and go live elsewhere. Okay, and that's why they gave birth to kids that's killing each other. Right now, they own kids out there, jealous and all of that stuff. Adam and well, originally, but they weren't jealous of each other. They were over there living They were living all happy and stuff. Okay, so they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. There's so many typical storylines that can come out of that whole perspective. But if that snake, which told her to eat the apple, and she went to eat that apple. And y'all, what do y'all have? Come on, man. I got my thing on here, but we got the apple. We're embracing the apple. Okay? We are literally embracing the apple, y'all. We got to make sure that we're not to a point where we are allowing this apple to take over. Okay? We got to make sure that we remain in a position of control. If your phone, because let me tell you how slick these phones are. All right. So I put my phone does not go to sleep in the room with me. My phone goes outside of my room. So when my alarm goes off in the morning, I have to physically get up out my bed, go out into the hallway, okay, down the hall where the phone is. And that's where I go turn my alarm off. Right. So I don't keep my alarm in the room. My phone in the room with me. Right. Because it's the way I'm, kind of distancing myself. Like, I don't want you tapping into my damn dreams or, monitoring my dreams and reporting my dreams back to somebody. I don't know what you're doing, But anywho, so sometimes, I remember when I used to take my spiritual baths, y'all. And how I would have my phone in the bathroom and I would be listening to certain quotes or, certain things, it depends, right? So I noticed this is why I don't keep my phone in the room with me. Because see, these phones just like little hollering ass babies is what they are. They just like little spoiled churn. So what I noticed is my phone would be on the edge of the bath as I'm taking my spiritual bath. It would be on the edge of the tub, right? And I would be watching something. And it would play the entire time. I would be watching probably a YouTube video where, it's just saying some things, just talking about, spirituality and, ascension and things of that nature. Whatever it is that I'm watching, it'll just flow. The video will just flow through, right? The entire, I don't care how long I'm in there. It could be, if I'm in there for 9 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. The video will just flow through the entire time. Now, so I say, well, I don't want the phone near me. You know what? Instead of me putting the phone on the edge of the tub, okay, I'm going to put the phone over on the sink, right? So now the phone is not near me. I start playing the video and then I get in the tub. And within like maybe a minute or a minute and a half, all of a sudden a damn commercial would come on. Okay. Now we got a little preview that come on. Oh, I say, wait, what the? So I either have to get up out the tub, go over there and skip the damn commercial, okay, which this never happens. Or either I have to get the phone and put it on the tub. I started paying attention. When I get the phone and put it back on the tub, it'll play the whole way through. But when I moved that phone, so I took it from the edge of the tub and I put it on the rug on the floor. So I said, well, let me put it on the edge of the rug. You know, y'all started playing commercials again. The phone wanted to be right there in my energy, right there next to me. Okay. And I also noticed that this is why I kicked that phone out of my room at night, because I noticed when I used to have my phone like on my nightstand or in the bed with me, oh, my phone would just stay off, like stay black when I'm not using it. When I started to put my phone away, because a lot of times I would put it like, you know, over on the dresser, you know what I'm saying, which is across from my bed, which is over there on the other side of my room. I said, well, I don't want the phone that close to me. You know, I want to put it over there. All of a sudden, it bloop, bloop, you know, then it'll light up for no reason. I said, why is this phone acting like this? But if I keep it right here near me, it's like, So y'all, be careful of that damn apple. Okay. Be very, very, very careful about this dang apple. There is more that we are going to talk about, you guys. Okay. Dream time, all of that stuff. But I just wanted to come on here today to talk briefly about, you know, these little few topics here, talking about this whole going up. Okay. So you guys can get more of a clear message as to what it is that's really going on, because a lot of people were so confused. They were like, I don't understand what they went for. What's the purpose? Why they was dressed like that? You know, a lot of people didn't understand. But yeah, you guys, there was definitely a plan. Like I said, the space is the subconscious of the planet. Okay. That's her subconscious. All of us have our outer subconscious, and that's where we hold a lot of knowledge. So this was an attempt to gain access to some sort of hidden knowledge, some sort of secrets. Okay. Some sort of powerful information. And these women, unfortunately, were, you know, there was the bait to try to get up there and get this information. Because if they keep sending men, they're not getting what they want when they try to send men. It just ain't working. That's why a lot of them damn spaceships are boom, you know, blow, unfortunately, and people end up losing their life. So they realize that we have better luck when it comes to women. Okay. So, yes. And again, you guys, shout out to each and every one of you. For those of you who have not already, y'all make sure y'all go and, make sure y'all sign up for the upcoming, Easter egg hunt. Okay. We got the Easter egg hunt that's coming up. It's going to be this Sunday. You want to go to spiritualcandies.com. You want to purchase your egg. Okay. Your egg is what has your message. Okay. You don't have to go to space to get your message. We're going to have it live right here this Sunday. Okay. On this channel right here. So like I said, go to spiritualcandies.com, purchase your egg. I don't think we have any more baskets. Usually you can get your egg only, or you can get your Easter egg plus your basket. And the basket, like I said, is loaded with full goodies. Okay. You get a whole bunch of goodies that you need, a lot of essential products that you're going to need. I heard cocoa is back. There's so many people coming up with cocoa again. I am actually going to be volunteering this Easter for the earlier part of the day. And they're doing 6 feet again, social distancing again. I'm like, they was like, yeah, basically we're going to be doing social distancing. We're going to continue to do that. I'm like, what? So it must be getting real serious. I haven't heard anything about it, you guys, but I'm hearing a couple of my clients, okay, have just messaged me and told me that they either just got it or just getting over it. So it looks like cocoa is trying to come back, y'all. They're starting the social distancing here. They haven't done it in like the stores and all of that stuff that I have recognized. I haven't seen that in like the stores. I don't think it has gotten that serious, but oh, it's 555, y'all. Change gonna come. Change gonna come, but it is what it is. So shout out to y'all. Thank you for everybody who's tuned up into the building. Shout out to the replay gang, everybody who will be watching this after the pain. Yes, honey. I'm going to be live over on the Simply Siren channel in a little bit. We're going to be talking about love, 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 love. Okay. So shout out to each and every one of you. And you guys, go to Patreon. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to our spiritual Patreon, which is the spiritual side of Patreon, go over and subscribe to our love side of Patreon. Okay. So we have two different types of Patreon access that you can get. It is the love, where we talk about relationships. I give you guys all the tips on how to get the coin, how to get the bag, how to get the man, how to get love, how to get everything taken care of, all of that stuff. Because I don't want to give out these secrets online, on live, to where the men are like, so that's what you do. Okay. I don't want to give out these secrets online, you guys, all live, so the men can know what we're doing. And, they know how that finesse. It's just the finesse game. Okay. Everybody want to know how Siren did it. I'm telling you, I'm letting you know. So go to Patreon and sign up for the Love is Love, okay, part of Patreon, or you can sign up for the Divine Goddess, okay, the spiritual side of Patreon. It is up to you. Either way it go, you will enjoy them all, okay, and have fun. I will be seeing you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning into your girl Siren on the Siren Speak Show. Bye, y'all.